Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me. I am still Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com. It is still your purchase and pricing email question line. For buying this or any watch on our platforms, email me for pricing. I am Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for pricing details. Today we are discussing a 2023 evolution of a model launched for 2022. This is the Zenith Defy Skyline in black ceramic, a black ceramic adaptation of Zenith's integrated bracelet sports watch. It is very light, being mostly ceramic and sapphire, feathery and yet incredibly scratch resistant due to the material of which it is made. 41 millimeters in diameter, it's fairly thin at 12.4 millimeters thick. Although it doesn't look it, it's about as thin as a Rolex Daytona. Now, two different ways to measure this. If we just measure the case lug to lug, then it's 46 millimeters. But I believe that the outermost rigid outcropping, these end links, this is the true distance across the wrist. That's definitely how it's going to read visually. That is beefier at 54.8 millimeters. Now the watch has a quick release lug system, which you can see on the bottom. It's a little push button system that does release the bracelet. The watch comes with a second accessory band, a rubber strap, and that actually fits a little bit smaller on the wrist. So I would say on the bracelet, let's throw it on my 16 centimeters circumference wrist and get a sense of how it fits. Fits just fine. In fact, I think it would work well on a wrist as small as 15 centimeters circumference. And I think that if you put it on the strap, it would work well on a wrist as small as 14 centimeters circumference. Again, strap and bracelet both come with the watch. It is low enough to fit underneath the cuff, and it's not even close. This is very thin, considerably thinner than the sheer case profile makes it appear. And it's a very Darth Vader type of Zenith treatment, as everything is blacked out. We have the star motif on the polished dial. We have black bezel, black case, black bracelet. And what I really like here is the whole bracelet is also ceramic. So the bracelet usually takes the beating when you're wearing a watch. And as you drag it on your wrist over your desk all day long, you can see that the exterior of the clasp, being ceramic, is going to hold up against that and not scratch. Taking a quick look, you can see a sort of pin system is used here, and this is often seen on bracelets made of ceramic from companies like, well, Zenith and Audemars Piguet, as the pin system offers a little bit more protection from stripping out than a flathead screw. The pin system is very secure and keeps the bracelet together. It also gives it a wonderful sort of durability that you would expect in a watch that is largely sold on its potential for durability and use. Taking a look, you can see the intricacy of the finishing. We have polished facets and satinated facets here. We also have a pronounced taper down from the lugs. This case flows into lugs, flows into bracelet. The Defy name goes all the way back to the 1970s, the early 70s, and a sports watch model line from then. And while it might be tempting to say that Zenith has adopted some cues from Tag Heuer or Hublot, this watch's case really does hark back to that original Zenith Defy, and so does the bezel to a large extent, as the combination of a tonneau profile and a faceted bezel is part of Zenith's design heritage. It is something organic to the brand. We have a double fold deployant internally. You can see this is blackened metal. We have a combination of satin and engine turning with a twin trigger release, but this metal part is protected internally, so it'll never get scratched because it's never facing outward. Taking a look at the case, you can see that the lug profiles have a bevel that expands over the lug hoods. The top of the case, satinated. The bezel has a polished outer facet, a polished sloped facet, and then vertical satination on its top. We have the Zenith Star logo on the crown, which features both matte and polished detailing. It is a screw-down crown. The watch is 100 meters water resistant. And then the dial, a gloss black with those little stars embossed onto it, and we have a white on black date disc, which is good taste. Some brands get this wrong and they would give you like a white disc on a black dial. Zenith does this the right way, and you can see there is a seconds stop mechanism if I want to halt the Foudroyant over at 9 o'clock. And then I also have my quick set for the date, which I can set quickly should the watch run down or encounter an irregular length month. We will take a look at the lume here. And you can see there is no shortage. The crazy flying second, or Foudroyant, lightning seconds hand, visible at 9 o'clock. The watch beats at 36,000 vibrations per hour, just like the Zenith El Primero, and this is considered to be part of the El Primero family of calibers. So what you're looking at, you know, because it's on the case back, Zenith reference numbers include the caliber number. This is the 3620. Automatic winding with a 60-hour power reserve. It has a 5 hertz beat rate, or 10 beats per second, 36,000 vibrations per hour. Pivots on 26 joules, and you can see just under my thumb, there's a completely unlubricated silicone escapement, both the lever and the wheel. And if you look carefully, you can see the spokes of the wheel are the Zenith Star logo that you see on the rotor. It's a good looking movement, though it's calculated for its industrial appeal. It's grayscale, it's sleek, it's matte. There's only a few polished highlights, some of the screws as well as the center of the rotor. The rest is either media blasted or brushed, which gives it a nice cool machine age aesthetic. Of course, it does have that double step cadence to it. When you listen, it's got the heartbeat at 10 beats per second rather than the 8 or 6 on a more conventional watch. And this goes all the way back to 1969 and the first El Primero chronograph caliber, which made high beat movements a core part of Zenith's identity as a manufacturer. And it is a manufacturer, making its own movements in-house, and also a few for its stablemates at LVMH, Tag Heuer, and Hublot. Zenith, still, like JLC, a watchmaker's watchmaker, or a watchmaker to watchmakers. If you love this watch, reach out to me. I am Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.